Special occasion, the 28th of August, when India take on Pakistan, Virat Kohli will be playing his 100th T20 international, which speaks volumes of not just his longevity, but an average of 50 plus still in this format. But we're now opening the floor to debate. We've got Irfan Pathan, Sanjay Bangar, who knows him from very close quarters at RCB, both in terms of his form, technique, and the mental side of it. And we've got Akash, who will have probably everything in terms of technique sorted. Let me start with you, Akash. Should we be even saying, is this Asia Cup very crucial for Virat Kohli? Yes, it is that you want him back in form. But in terms of his place in the Indian side, should we even be asking this question?
No, as far as the place in the Indian team is concerned, no, that question does not arise. But the fact is, and there's no hiding from that fact, that he needs to score runs. See, my personal issue is that he's not played enough cricket in the last, 12 months, 10 months since the World Cup. He's played only 4 T20 internationals for India. He's had a very middling IPL with the RCB. So if you're not playing enough, then what do we end up doing? As fans, as followers, as analyzers, we go back in history and we say, you know, these are the things that he's done, which he has. He's a phenomenal player, perhaps one of the best that the world has ever seen. But there comes a time when you start talking about runs, contributions, role play that Sanjay was mentioning, because if you're batting at number 3, see, it doesn't matter who's batting at number 3. Whoever bats at number 3 for India, his job is to score runs. And if he's scoring runs, and I'm not talking about centuries, I'm not talking about 50s, I'm talking about a team philosophy that's been taken forward. So from that perspective, from that vantage point, and with an eye to the World Cup, you will have to say that this Asia Cup, yes, after a long break for Virat, is extremely crucial.
Okay, well, since you mentioned that, as analyzers, we've got to go back and look at history against Pakistan. Like all stalwarts of Indian cricket have done, they reserve some of their best performances, and Virat is no different. More than 300 runs, an average of 77. Even in that T20 World Cup, he was the one who held fort after India were 31 for 3 at one point. Sanjay, you know him very well. What do you think this break would have done? Because a lot of experts are of the opinion that he should be on the field, maybe getting some game time. Since you know him that well, what are you expecting? Pakistan, obviously, there's that fire in that belly. But purely in terms of performances, what could be going on in his mind after this break and the little preparation stint?
I think he'll be starting afresh because he's had this break. He has got numerous breaks in between as well, but those were not meant to be defined as breaks. But here he's actually taken 3 weeks off. He's thought about the game, went away from the game for a bit. He didn't want to talk about it. So from that perspective, I feel that in his mind, the way he wants to play is very, very clear. And the best Virat Kohli has played is when he's being himself, because there's no point him trying to play or him trying to be a human being or an athlete, which the world wants to see. What's more important is that what he wants to see of himself as an athlete, and that's where I think he's very, very clear in the way he wants to play the game.
Irfan, I'm sure you're also of the opinion that Virat getting runs is extremely crucial from India's point of view. So where are you on this conversation that you've heard in terms of how important this tournament is?
Absolutely. Look, where I am at the moment, as far as the mind is concerned, where Virat Kohli will be thinking what kind of mindset he'll be coming in and playing the matches. I think, yes, Asia Cup is very, very important. But when I look forward to the World Cup, where the pitches will be very, very good in Australia, which he likes, he thrives on Australian pitches, he's done really well. So Indian team needs Virat Kohli being in top form. If he comes back in a top form through Asia Cup, I think, you know, it's a win-win situation for Virat Kohli, Indian team. And look,
Devil's advocate, what if it's not as great a tournament?
Oh, look, then obviously because Indian team has so many options, they need to choose the option from, because you need someone in the World Cup, going in the World Cup with a good form. You cannot not have form in the World Cup. You cannot find the form in the World Cup. But I am very, very confident, especially with not so much with the break, because, you know, if break's supposed to help, that break would have helped him long back.